Hi, I'm Catherine Ramirez. You can call me Kat, founder and creator of adBidtise. And so this message is for any investor, capital company, or angel investor, or anybody out there really looking to support and help a business initiative or startup as mine. My company, again, is adBidtise. And so let me, start off with a premise and say that my platform is not going to cure cancer. It's not going to save the world. It's certainly not going to be some magnificent algorithm like Facebook. And it's definitely not some cute app that's going to take a picture of me and then take a picture of a cartoon and put us together and send it to all of our friends. That's not the premise of my platform. My platform was the motto was put in place to empower small to mid-sized business owners. My belief, my background is about being an advocate for small to mid-sized business owners, and so my platform is all about advocacy, and it is definitely about supporting the economy, and especially for small to mid-sized business owners who are the foundation of our economy. And so, in case you didn't know, small businesses today are the backbone of our economy. And so that's a big deal for me. And I am a huge advocate of small to mid-sized business owners because my whole career was in advertising and marketing, and I have been in the trenches with small to mid-sized business owners, meeting with them every day, hearing their stories, understanding them, having empathy for them, watching them grow, and also watching them go away. And it's a very, surreal thing because you become a part of all these businesses and their families and their lives, and you watch and you see, the challenges that they come across. And so adBidtise was created to, again, empower small to mid-sized business owners, because the current situation today in advertising it's not fair, and it's a very, I want to say, it's kind of a corrupt system in place, because my platform was created to be like the price alignment of advertising, to create some transparency, to hold media companies accountable, and so that you can compare apples to apples. So almost in every industry that is out there, you can go online and you can compare. You can do it with insurance, you can do it with hotels, you can do it with airline, you can do it with cars, you can do it with everything except advertising. Advertising is probably one of the very few platforms where there is not a platform out there where you can compare apples to apples on one simple platform. So adBidtise was created so that I can empower small to mid-sized business owners, and I can be an advocate for them, and I can be a resource, and I can deliver this information to them so that it is easy and it is comprehensible for them, and so that they don't feel confused and they don't feel overpowered. In the current situation now, media companies are empowered. They are totally empowered. Because what happens today is, and I know because I was a part of them, I did it. I did it for 25 years. And what media companies today do is they go and they meet with small and mid-sized business owners. They go through a needs analysis. They find out the information. They find out what the small business owner's budget is, what it is they're trying to achieve. And then, what their plan is. And then they deliver, who is their best customers. And then the media company delivers a recommendation. Well, by the time the recommendation comes, okay, well, they're obviously going to deliver their recommendation because, quite frankly, if in the back of their head they thought this is not a great fit for this advertiser, that this advertiser should be on this other medium, do you honestly think that media company is going to suggest that and like watch those dollars go to a different media company? Absolutely not. So that's why the system that's currently in place, the system today, is not the best system. The system today is all about the media company. It's about the media company's initiative, about their goals and what they're trying to achieve. It's nothing about the small to mid-sized business owners. And so adBidtise was created to remove that bias, to remove that empowerment, and give that empowerment to the small to mid-sized business owners so that they can pick and choose the best advertising for their needs and their expectations and not the media company. And so that's what adBidtise is all about. So I guess let me show you some numbers and enlighten you of why this is a great platform, why this is a great company to back, why you should be supporting adBidtise, okay? So currently today, there's over 28 million small businesses in the USA, okay? So what does that mean? Well, that is 50% of our economy. So 50% of the revenue that okay, that also means that they have to be very competitive. They have to do some sort of advertising to stay on a shopping list, to sustain, to stand out so that when consumers are out there shopping, they think of that small to mid-sized business owner and not that big box, corporation. And so that's what adBidtise is all about, is about, getting their name out, is empowering them so that they understand how to fight this fight so that they can also be on the shopping list and be just as competitive as anybody else out there, okay? So a few more numbers just to help you out here is there are 543,000 small businesses created every month in the USA. That's a lot of businesses, okay? So with that number, there's also a lot of businesses that fail. There are, okay? There's no doubt about it, okay? Why do they fail? Well, it's not always about advertising, but a big bulk of it is. Because the reality is, an advocate for small to mid-sized business owners. It is there to fight the fight for them, to be the Robin Hood of advertising for them. Is adBidtise will go and get all the media that's available to them and have the media company package it, put it on the website so that it's easy, it's comprehensible, it's turnkey, and then adBidtise will then in turn go to small to mid-sized business owners and say, hey, you should be advertising. You have to be doing something. Go log on to adBidtise. See all the advertising options that are available to you. See the transparency in these advertising companies so that you can plan your advertising, you can budget for it. You can now create a campaign, you can understand it, and you can pick the best advertising that is the best fit for your needs and your expectations, not what's going to be forced down your throat from some media company that finds out what your budget is and tries to create some kind of program so that it matches for their needs. Okay, so that's what adBidtise is all about. Again, it's advocacy, it's empowerment, and it's about being transparent and holding media companies accountable. So let me also, so let me also enlighten you in regards to what advertising is about today, okay? So advertising today. So just to give you an example of a little history, okay? So this was radio, okay? Just so you can see. So radio was a box, years ago. And now radio today is streaming. Who would have ever known, And so that's what radio has become. So again, what adBidtise is and what I'm trying to create is, again, a platform that every other category out there has, except for advertising. I'm creating the price line of advertising. I'm creating some transparency, accountability, and I'm creating a platform that removes the bias and creates a pressure-free environment for small to mid-sized business owners so that they can understand advertising. They can go in and look at it and find it. So they can hold media companies accountable now. That's what adBidtise is all about. So advertising. And again, so this is what the marketplace looks like. In case any of you guys don't advertise and don't understand. So traditional media is mainstream media, TV, radio, and print. And so that's what small to mid-sized businesses think advertising is. Whereas advertising today really is everything and anything that is out there. So that's a good thing for small to mid-sized business owners, because now they can actually afford to do things. They can actually pick and choose. They can actually find things that are a better fit for them, so that they can survive, so they can sustain, so that they can grow, so they can prosper, so they can get their name out. Advertising used to be about Yellow Pages. Like you started a business, you signed up for Yellow Pages, you bought whatever ad, and that was your livelihood. That's what brought you your business, okay? But that was the only way people could find businesses. That was the only resource. Today, there are so many search engines. There's so many listings. Advertising really is confusing. It's totally confusing. And I have a lot of empathy for small to mid-sized business owners. Again, I was in the trenches with them. I have empathy for them. I understand, and I get where they're coming from. And my heart goes out to them. And so my fight is more about being an advocate for small to mid-sized business owners. I really do care about the hard-earned money. I really do care about the time and energy that they put into trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. But I also do care about empowering them and being a resource for them so that they understand and know the dynamics about advertising and all the options that are out there that's available to them, so that they do know and understand that advertising does work. It does. It does. They just have to pick the right fit for their product and what their expectations are. And so what I'm creating, what I'm trying to do is, and again, I'm just creating an environment that is like Priceline. I am the Priceline of advertising. I'm trying to make advertising transparent, and I am trying to make all forms of advertising available to any small to mid-sized business. And so basically what my model is going to do, the outcome is I will eventually remove that salesperson and be the virtual salesperson for advertising today and tomorrow. Because the reality is that advertising salesperson is not the best representation of advertising. That advertising salesperson He's an advocate of corporate America, of that corporation that it represents. And it does not have the small to mid-sized business owners' best interests involved here, whereas advertise does. And so that's my story. That's what I bring to the table. I'm sorry. And so, again, my foundation is about being an advocate for small to mid-sized business owners, empowering small to mid-sized business owners, and being the Robin Hood of advertising for small to mid-sized business owners so that they do succeed more times than not. And so they do sustain, and they continue to prosper, and they continue to grow, and they continue to be the backbone of our economy, and that there is a support system in place for them, and there is a foundation for them, and there is some transparency so that they can hold media companies accountable. And so that, again, is my story. I hope you hear it, and I hope that I have touched someone out there, that somebody is listening to me, that someone understands that this is a fight. This is something that is important. This is something that needs to happen, and that I'm creating this platform so that small to mid-sized business owners can survive, so that they feel like someone is on their side. So please give advertise a shot. Consider my platform. Sorry. Consider investing and mentoring or supporting my platform, and to grow and accelerate and become the new way to buy advertising and the right way to buy advertising, because this should be the way to buy advertising. I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot. Bye.